something that women go through, a lot of women go through every month, and it's like, well, it's just a part of life, isn't it? But it can be really detrimental to your health and to your mindset, and it can be difficult to work through that sometimes. But am I comfortable enough to bring that into the workplace? I'm not sure.
It's just the most bizarre thing to me that we have to just accept that women, probably like half the women in the office, are in excruciating pain at times.
Yeah.
And no one's allowed to say that. What's that about? That's so weird. Like, why can't it just be like, I need to just take 5 minutes because I'm about to fold over on the floor. Like, I've had that before on like a shoot, and I've like physically had to bend over, like be on the floor, and it's really embarrassing because you're like, nobody's doing this.
I think I was reading that, like scientists have now confirmed that period pain, like the pain you feel, is on par with a heart attack. And women just like go about their daily lives having periods and just like getting on with things. And it's like, because if you don't feel that specific pain, you can't ever really identify with it in order to take it seriously enough. Like if you've got the flu, so you understand that's really bad. You've broken your leg, like, oh God, yeah, that's a pain that I can understand.
So I guess you'd cover it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone has an objective view of like pain tolerance and like how much periods can affect someone. Like someone might be really good with dealing with it, another person might have endometriosis and it might leave them bedbound. They can't get up for a week, they can't eat, they're nauseous, they're throwing up. Like, I've had a job where you get 3 strikes and you're out kind of thing. And there's been times where I can't get out of bed because my period's so bad. And I'm thinking, God, I've only got 2 more occasions left in me before I could lose my job because I can't get into work.
Will it be next month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so messed up.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And actually one of the things that we did at one of the other companies I worked for was made sure that like in the toilets there was always like stuff when you just caught unawares and you didn't know Mother Nature was coming, and then all of a sudden you're at a bit of a loss, and making sure that people have that ability to be able to sort of have some period products or sanitary products to hand so that they're able to look after themselves. And I thought that was a nice touch that was just funded out of like the normal sort of office budget to make sure that there was always those kinds of products in all of the bathrooms.
It's really interesting because I used to be uncomfortable to talk about it, but I think over the years I've realized that I need to talk about it, and I need to make people aware of how a woman feels on those 3 or 4 days, and how it is a part of life, but it is a very important part of life and a very difficult part of life, for those 3, and different women go through different symptoms, right? Like some of us are luckier that, we don't deal with the level of pain or like physical symptoms as some other women go through. So I think it's really important to understand that also differs.
I've actually started to have conversations with some of the older work colleagues and older women in the industry that I speak to about the menopause, because they were telling me stuff, and I genuinely was shell-shocked some of the things that they were telling me. And one of my sort of mentors had said to me, she was mid-conversation and she just lost her train of thought, and she found it very difficult to get back on that train of thought. But I was like, what's happened here? And she went, oh, the menopause. And I went, what? And she went, yeah, you sometimes you're talking and it's a bit like baby brain where you just totally lose it. And it's apparently it's due to the change in hormones and all the changes your body's going through. But if you're a very senior person and you're, I don't know, pitching to VCs or what have you, and you lose your mind, literally, or lose your thoughts, lose your words in that moment, we do need to have awareness that people are going through these things just to sort of understand.
Yeah, that's very true. I didn't even think about that.